Tell you what, guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, this is just too much to take in, all of this. What you're going to see in this video that I'm going to be showing you is that the children, the victims that will shielding the children. There's a woman there that saved the kids. She worked at the place. There's two women, I'm not too sure. Taylor Swift was shocked about it. There's the killer there, the green coat on. Police came.
It is with great sadness today I'm here to advise that 2 children have died as a result of the injuries sustained in this morning's knife attack. 9 other children have been injured and 6 of them are in a critical condition. All those injured have suffered stab wounds sustained during the attack, and 2 adults are also in a critical condition after being injured during the incident. A 17-year-old male from Banks in Lancashire, who is originally from Cardiff, has been arrested on suspicion of murder and attempted murder, and is being taken to a police station where he will be interviewed by detectives. My officers were called to reports of a stabbing at 11:47 this morning and at a address in Southport. When they arrived, they were shocked to find that multiple people, many of whom were children, had been subjected to a ferocious attack and had suffered serious injuries. It is understood that the children were attending a Taylor Swift event at a dance school when the offender, armed with a knife, walked into the premises and started to attack inside the children. We believe that the adults who were injured were bravely trying to protect the children who were being attacked. As a mum and a nana, I can't begin to imagine the pain and suffering that the families of the victims are going through at this moment in time, and I wish to send my heartfelt condolences to them. Our specialist family liaison officers are providing support to the families of the deceased children and the children who are injured at this moment in time. And we'll be working with our partners, including Sefton Council, to provide that wider trauma support to those who've been affected by this incident. The investigation is in its early stages and the motivation for the incident remains unclear. However,
Heartbreaking, isn't it?
North West have offered their support to Merseyside Police as the full circumstances of what has happened are being established. At this moment in time, the investigation is not being treated as terrorist related. I would appeal to anyone who's witnessed anything or who has information that could help us, the investigation, to contact us on Crime Stoppers 0800 555 111. And anyone who's been affected by this incident can contact Victim Care Merseyside Service for help and support. Our hub of locally trained staff are here to provide free and emotional support and practical tailored advice to you. You can contact the Victim Care Hub Merseyside on 0808 175 3080. Thank you.
My name is Dave Kitchen.
The events today are just truly awful, and I know the whole country is deeply shocked at what they've seen and what they've heard. And I know I speak for everybody in the whole country in saying our thoughts and condolences with the victims, their families, their friends and the wider community. And it's almost impossible to imagine the grief that they're going through and the trauma that they're going through. I do want to thank the emergency services and Merseyside Police who've had to respond to the most difficult of circumstances today. My message is really to convey what they would want me to convey, which is their thoughts and condolences to the families in particular. It is impossible to imagine what they are going through right now. The wider community, the friends, and of course the victims who've got terrible injuries. So I think everybody would want to send those thoughts and condolences. But I do also think about the emergency responders because they have responded to an awful incident today, and I want to thank them for the professionalism that they've shown in doing so.
Well, I think it's just unimaginable what has happened, this devastating and horrific attack. And I think all of our thoughts will be with the families who have been affected, the loved ones who have been lost, and the children who are injured. And it's really important that they get all the support they need. I've been meeting with some of the first responders, the emergency services, the police, fire service and paramedics, who were there yesterday and who had to respond with great bravery to make sure that more lives were not lost, and I thank them for the work that they did. There is also a serious criminal investigation underway now, but everyone's thoughts will be with those injured children and just praying for them. Well, there will be deep distress right across the country as well as here in Southport for this appalling, just truly horrific attack, because it's beyond every parent's worst nightmare. You had what should have been a children's party having fun at the beginning of the summer holidays could then turn into something so devastating. There's obviously deep concern about knife attacks across the country, and that's why the Prime Minister has said that that is a moral mission to address this. But I think for today, the issue really is about Southport, and the issue is about the families who have been affected in this case, and all of us praying for the injured children and for the little children who have been lost.
Like millions of others, I was utterly appalled as the story unfolded yesterday. And we clearly have an enormous problem in the UK with these knife, sword, bladed weapon rampages. In just recent weeks, we had one in Hainault, where a 14-year-old boy was murdered and 2 police officers suffered horrific life-changing injuries. A man's been charged in connection with that. I won't mention it any further. But if we go back to the 13th of June last year, Nottingham, Valdo Callacane, with his murderous knife rampage, where he claimed the lives of Grace, Barnaby, Ian, and seriously injured, a number of other people. There is a massive problem. Knife crime has risen by 78% in the last decade, and that's just the crimes that are reported and the authorities know about. The problem is even wider than that, because so many people are carrying knives and not being detected. The time has come now for policing to look at what they're doing and move heaven and earth to get more police officers onto the streets patrolling and utilising stop and search as and when appropriate, because that is one thing that will serve as some form of deterrent and may, of course, lead to the arresting of people carrying knives. It's beyond compare what is going on now.
Not a joke.
Something drastic and urgent has to be done.
Thank you for all joining me, and I hope to see you on the next video.
Join the thousands who love Lotto Mart.
Take it easy. Peace.